I'm Nadia. Welcome to Wondernut, the YouTube channel. I'm very excited today because we're going to be talking about food. Oh yes, so one of the main reasons we actually go to Japan is for the food, right? Sashimi, sushi, tempura, ramen, you name it. But when we're not in Malaysia and we go to Japan, we can't actually eat everything. So here is the list of food we had when we were in Japan. When in Japan, it is a no-brainer to go for seafood, right? It is fresh, it is everywhere, very easy to find. And the first place we had it was at Nishiki Market in Kyoto. And the safest way to have it is to have it grilled. And when I say safest is if you're worried about getting bacon, pork, or even lard in your food. Because when you have it barbecued, have it grilled, it will most likely be grilled in front of you. They might just, flame it in front of you and that is it. So you have it fresh and it is really good. At Nishiki Market, we had squid, we had scallops, and it was all like prepared right in front of us. And another place, and this is one of our favorites, was in Shinjuku. It was so good, we went there twice. It is a restaurant, a seafood barbecue restaurant. So you order your seafood, whatever you want, fish, mussels, clams, squid, whatever, right? It comes to you raw. And then they also throw in there a charcoal barbecue set thing and you cook it yourself. So you don't have to worry about what they actually put in the dish because you're cooking it yourself. You want to eat it raw, by all means, and it is so fresh, it is really good. So go for seafood, have it barbecued. Here is another thing we had in Japan was this was right after the Mitsutoge hike. If you guys watched that vlog, we were so tired from the hike. We were cold. The first place we saw was a tempura place. Thank goodness it was a tempura place because we knew that we could eat there. So of course, go for the vegetable tempura, or if you want, you can go for the seafood tempura. And if you want to, you want it to fill your tummy a bit more, eat it with rice, have it with soba or whatever. And I guess tempura is always a good choice because it's delicious. This you might already know because Japan is like just littered with convenience stores. Every block, corner, street that you go down, you will see a convenience store. There's a 7-Eleven, there's a Lawson's, or there's like a Family Mart. They open 24 hours and there are plenty of varieties in there. So here are our favorites. We usually go for the onigiris, go for the ones with like salmon roe or like prawn or whatever. And then we also love the desserts. We go for the pudding, the jello, the cakes, the ice cream, the list goes on and on. Also, I like to eat the salads. So it's like packed in like a little cute plastic bowl and they're like eggs. Actually, I go for the eggs only, yeah. And also, sometimes go for the instant noodles. But you have to also be quite cautious with it. So we use the Google Translate app to see what the ingredients are because there might be some things in there that you might not want, whatever your preferences are. And just a note, even things like desserts like marshmallows or candies and whatever, there might be like gelatin in there. There's like cow gelatin or pork gelatin, whatever. So be careful. There are tons of things to pick. Don't pick the one that you don't want. Okay. One of the street food in Japan that everybody must try is of course the takoyaki. So we were in Osaka, Dotonbori, and like how can you not eat takoyaki while you're there, right? So we went to, for us it was like, oh, the one with the giant squid sign. And we're like, this must be good, the line is long. So takoyaki is essentially just flour, lots and lots of veggies, and whatever seafood they might put in there. So usually it's squid, sometimes it's shrimp or whatever. So we just love eating the takoyaki there. And if you like the takoyaki here in Malaysia, you have to try the takoyaki in Japan. One is authentic, of course, and it is so much more tasty because the squid is not like this small, it's this big. Since we're talking about street food, while we were in Osaka, in Dotonbori, we had to also try the okonomiyaki. But unlike the takoyaki, it's a bit hard to find ones that don't have like pork in it or like bacon strips on top of it or whatever, but we tried our best. We went to look for one that's like fully vegetarian, and thank God we found one, and it was good. Last but definitely not the least lah, it is the food that you cannot fail to mention when you're talking about Japanese food. It is sushi, and we were so lucky we had ours at Tsukiji Fish Market. Well, it is only the biggest and oldest fish market in the world. So yeah, you can bet that the seafood there is so fresh, and it was. We just simply picked a restaurant, walked into like a sushi place, and we just ordered like crazy. It was so good. I was even eating like fishes that I did not know about, or like, I'm like, I don't know what fish that is, but I'm just gonna have it on top of my sushi. Yes, that's the way to go, right? So I guess, yeah, that's it. Sushi. Go for sushi. So one general rule or principle that we stick by when we are eating in Japan is we stay away from the soup, we stay away from broth, and of course everything else that has like pork in it, right? But other than that, we just eat ourselves crazy, man, because when you go to Japan, you want to eat the food there. That's one of our biggest reasons of why we go to Japan. So don't shy away from the food, don't stay away from it, because the easiest way is to go for the seafood, have it cooked the simplest way, either barbecued or grilled or whatever, or you know, easier than that, don't have it cooked at all, have it raw, sashimi style, right? But yeah, so I guess that's what we had when we were in Japan, and that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you're traveling, safe travels.